Hello. So we're out here at the coast, and we're in a little swampy area here. Anyway, I'm gonna build a storage shed so I can keep my kayaks, and I thought this might be interesting. We've never done this before, which is driving posts into the ground. I guess it's a friction hold. I've never done this before, but it's going real well. But let me give you a quick overview of what we're doing. This is a house right here, and we're pretty much going to mimic it. And this is built with 8x10 spacing. It's 10-foot spacing this way, 8-foot spacing this way. But as you can see, this, the posts are knots to receive a 2x12. The 2x12 has a board in between them that connects into the ceiling joist, and this is all hurricane stuff. So I thought y'all might be interested in it if you want to build a building that doesn't blow away. But anyway, back to the posts here. I'm gonna show some tamping, but I just wanted to get to a point where I could pretty much describe what I was doing. So we're basically gonna build this, but half the length. This is like 16 by 40, and we're gonna build a 16 by 20. And the first thing we did is trying to see where it was going to line up. I wanted to be in line with the house, so I took a string on this farther post right here, and I brought it out, and then I just kind of took the string until it hit this last post, and that gave me a line down here to put these posts, which will be in line with the house. And it's going to be cantilevered, so we didn't have to get real precise with the with getting the post square. And like I said, I'm going to revert back to this house a lot. But as you can see here, we cantilevered it. So when you cantilever it a little bit, you don't have to be perfectly square. If this is out of square and a little bit smaller than your footprint, then like I said, you just cantilever it out and make the building square. But we started out, like I said, we took that line this way and marked these posts, and then we went and marked these other ones from it, trying to get, we did a diagonal thing to make sure we're 90 degree. But the 2x12, like what you see here, this double 2x12, it's actually going to run this way on each set of posts. And so what I'm doing is, we did all the outside posts, and then we just ran a string around it. As you can see here, we had to make sure these other two posts, you can see the orange dots, were perfectly in line with the two posts. So we just ran a string around the post, and then we marked the holes there. We're going to do the same thing for this middle run, and then we're going to do the same thing for the outer run. So this will, like I said, a double 2x12 here, double 2x12 there, double 2x12 there, and from that structure we'll put our floor joists on top of that and get it squared up. What we did as far as a post, we're gonna drill down. I can actually drill down 7 feet with my skid steer. I've got an extension on it, but so let's try it at 4 feet first, because when I talk to the people about this, it's, you want to drive it in the ground so you get that side friction. So the first post we did, we drove it 4 feet deep. I'm sorry, we dug a hole 4 feet deep, then we put a 12-foot post in it, and then we just used the bucket to hammer it down. But we took the post and put a point on it, as you can see right here. So drill the hole, put the post in it, use the bucket of the skid steer to tamp it down. Anyway, I was able to, basically what I did was, I just kept driving it down until I hit it 12 times and it didn't budge anymore. So I actually got alternating heights. They're 12-foot poles, so this one's got more than 9 feet in the ground. We've got at least 8 foot on these other ones. This one here, I don't know what the deal was. We drilled in the hole, and like I said, this is coastal sandy oyster bed area. This one we had a problem drilling. It actually had a hard spot, probably about 3 feet down when we were drilling the hole. Anyway, it didn't quite go as deep as the other ones. But anyway, like I said, hitting it 12 times and it not going down anymore was my indication that we're set in pretty good. And then from there, as you can see on this one, you can see the hole we drilled around it. Anyway, so on this one you can see where we filled it with dirt and took a 2x2 and just packing it in there. And we're going to allow these to sit for a while. So I mean, Mother Nature is going to help with this. As it rains and just gravity and stuff, it'll tighten up in there. But luckily I'm down here maybe every 2 weeks, maybe once a month. So this whole build is going to take a while. But this time we're setting the post. Next time down, I'll run the 2x12 beam. I guess we're going to call those beams. And then the third trip we'll be probably doing floor joists or something. Anyway, I thought it might be interesting because bottom line, we're going to tie this together good. I mean, if you want a building that's not going to fly away in a storm, everything's going to be tied together. And it might be interesting for y'all to see how we do that. We're going to show you how we put the points on the end of the posts. We didn't think we were going to put points on them until I talked to some local guys, so I didn't bring a chainsaw. So we kind of had to make do with a skill saw and a reciprocating saw, but Frank's going to demonstrate it, and then I'll demonstrate piling these things in. I forgot to tell you, we're putting the posts in backwards. We're putting the skinny side down first, so as we're piling it down, it's wedging itself in. All right. Moist down there, so everything's stuck to the auger blade, so the hole is like perfectly clean. Well, I had a moment of duh. This one was probably out of the ground 4 feet. Anyway, when I set this last pole that I videoed, I ended up taking the bucket, filling it full of the sand, the moist sand, to add some more weight. And man, that did the trick. So I hammered this one down to 2 feet out of the ground, which means I got 10 feet in the ground, which is going to be more than enough. So I went back. This one was the same height as this one, so I went back with the dirt in the bucket and was able to get the rest of this pounded out. So I got a feeling I'm going to able to go back and hit all of these and get them. I mean, if I can just get them 2 feet off the ground, I'm golden. When I was talking to the people, there's an assumption when you build a house, if you got 8 feet above the ground, you've got 8 feet of post underneath the ground. So my whole house, you know, the posts probably only go 8 feet, so these are actually deeper than the house. And I've got the spacing. I think at the house the spacing is like 10 foot by 8 foot grids. I've got these 6 foot by 7 foot, so I wanted this just super stout. I mean, it's adding 3 more posts than what's needed. Basically the spacing here is 7 feet to make it 14 feet on the outside. It may be 15 feet, but I'm going to cantilever it, so I have 16 feet total. But this way is where it should have just had 1 post in the middle, and I put 2 posts in the middle. And that made it, instead of 8 feet, it made it like 6 feet spacing. Anyway, I'm very happy with the result. I'm going to get the last of these posts. I'm gonna get the post ground in, pounded in, and these taller ones, see if I can't get them in closer to the ground. Well, the wind's kicking up, but okay, so we got it all done. We were able to pound them all to roughly 2 feet above the ground, so we got a solid 10 feet in the ground, which is pretty awesome. We did make one mistake. I showed you how we set the outside posts, and then we did a loop around the 2 outside posts to find the center of the middle post. Well, the last 2 posts I ran out of spray paint, some motorcycles. Anyway, I ran out of spray paint, so I literally just whacked my shovel in to make a mark, and I guess we misread it. So as you can see there, we got this one way out of whack. I mean, we'll figure out how to deal with that. But anyway, so we're going to have a double 2x12 on each side of this, a double 2x12 down each side of this one, and the same thing over here. And we'll be cutting a little notch in here so that 2x12 can't fall down. It's kind of locked into it. Anyway, we spent I think work time we spent 6 hours, me and Frank, and you know, we got everything after all the chewing up of the skid steer, got everything kind of spread out the best we could, and we're officially done. It's time to make some fajitas. Anyway, we'll see y'all next time, and y'all have a great day.